Situated on the southwest tip of Ireland, where the Atlantic meets the unforgiving mountains and coastline, lies a landscape sculpted by wind and rain. A region known for its rugged beauty and abundant marine life. Fin whales, humpback whales, minke whales, dolphins and porpoises visit West Cork's coastal waters at different times throughout the year. Atlantic grey and harbour seals breed on the small islands dotted along the coast, while many bird species make the waters around the islands of West Cork a summer home prior to their autumn migration south over the equator. During the course of this series, I'll not only be looking at the marine life that lives here, I'll also be asking, why is this region such a magnet for some of the world's most incredible marine species, and how we can all do our part in conserving the environment here in what is a truly wild West Cork. Of all the cetacean species we see in the coastal waters off the southwest of Ireland, the minke whale is one of the most widely distributed. One of the smallest of the baleen whales, only the pygmy right whale is smaller, this pretty little whale is seen from tropical to polar regions. Although small in comparison to most other baleen whales, when fully grown they can exceed 30 feet in length and weigh in excess of 8 tons. This small, sleek baleen whale, with its characteristic pointed head and broad white flashes on its pectoral fins, appears off West Cork as early as March. It may stay as late as December. The diminutive minke has one of the most complex and little understood population structures of any baleen whale. There is now evidence of considerable segregation by sex, age and reproductive status. In West Cork, the vast majority of sightings made within 5 to 8 miles of the coastline during May and June are now considered to be females with young, with males spending more time offshore. The females bring their young in from the deeper water to avoid the predation that they'd experience further offshore from sharks and orca. As the young feed on a rich diet of sprats and sand eels throughout the summer months, they will get larger, and as they grow, they tend to feed further offshore. Young minke whales come in remarkably close to the islands of West Cork to feed during May and June, and may be seen clearly from boats or from prominent land lookouts. Demonstrating remarkably human characteristics, some individuals will be coy and shy, while other inquisitive youngsters will approach drifting boats, apparently as interested in us as we are in them, frequently swimming within a few meters of the boat. By driving shoals of fish to the surface and creating sometimes very large bait balls, they quickly attract the attention of gannets that fall out of the sky like confetti. It is never long before short-beaked common dolphins hear the commotion and appear to share in the bounty of these clear, unpolluted waters. Alongside minke whales and gannets, the dolphins create a feeding frenzy that is one of the amazing natural wonders of wild West Cork. A wildlife spectacle to rival any on the planet. So what of the future of this spectacular little baleen whale, the minke whale? Over the last few years, we have been seeing an increase in sightings. This may, of course, only be the result of food availability and distribution. However, during the last 5 years we've been studying these animals, we've been seeing an increase in the number of young animals much earlier in the season. This would suggest the breeding population in the northeast Atlantic is quite healthy. Overfishing, oil exploration, excessive coastal development, pollution, climate change, and oceanic acidification may all ultimately adversely impact Ireland's smallest baleen whale. Although numbers are considered to be locally abundant, the lack of any firm or accurate data on population size and structure raises concerns about their overexploitation through commercial whaling. In spite of the challenges faced by this spectacular little baleen whale, from climate change and other aspects of human behaviour, they continue to thrive in West Cork. As the young animals come inshore during the spring, locals and whale enthusiasts from around the world will gather on headlands with their binoculars and cameras and telescope in the hope of getting a glimpse of the humble minke whale. As the winter storms regress and the sea calms away, the more intrepid amongst us will head out in boats in search of this true harbinger of spring. Join us next time, where we'll be looking at one of the dolphin species we see most often off West Cork, the short-beaked common dolphin.